Your body whispered first, but you called it exhaustion. The ache wasn't random. It was a sacred warning wrapped in silence. God tried to speak gently. Now, he must expose what you've ignored. Something inside you has been screaming. You silenced it with routine. You've been surviving symptoms while your soul mourns the message. This isn't fear. It's foresight. You joked about it, but your spirit never laughed. There's something growing inside you that doesn't belong. It's not punishment. It's permission to finally listen. You called it stress. Heaven calls it urgent. You can't outrun this by staying busy. Your body has been praying behind your back. There's still time to be tender with yourself. The pain you keep explaining is tired of being misunderstood. Every skipped checkup was a missed cry from within. God isn't punishing you. He's trying to pause you. You kept saying, "I'm fine." But your cells have another story. This diagnosis isn't a death sentence, it's a doorway. You've carried too much for too long. Now the body is breaking where the soul was ignored. The lump is not just physical, it's uncried grief hardened. It was never just fatigue. It was the beginning of awakening. You thought you had more time, but your body started counting. It's not about fear. It's about facing what you buried. Something inside you has been knocking. Now it's breaking through. Healing won't begin with a pill. It begins with truth. The diagnosis isn't betrayal, it's divine interception. Even illness can be holy when it brings you back to yourself. There's a part of you that knew, even in the laughter. You didn't break. You were already cracking before the news. Your shadow feels heavier lately. It's trying to tell you why. This is not the end, but it may be the edge. The mirror knew before the doctors did. Your silence became your sickness. There are answers in the ache. Don't numb them. Every ignored appointment delayed the prophecy of healing. God kept the storm small, but now it must speak loud. This is not about what's wrong. It's about what needs to be reborn. The pain is real. So is the purpose. You kept praying for peace. This is how it arrives, through surrender. Your strength was never meant to be armor. You gave everyone else a cure, but starved your own wound. Your body has held your trauma too long. It's leaking truth now. It's time to face the thing you thought you'd survive by ignoring. What if this diagnosis is actually deliverance? The place you've been hurting is where your healing must begin. The illness isn't the enemy. The avoidance was. There is a sacred appointment with truth coming. Don't miss it. You've poured into everyone else. Now your vessel is cracking. Heaven is not silent. Your body is its current voice. If this touched your soul, don't scroll, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. You asked for a sign. Your breath is shortening. The scan will reveal what your heart already suspected. Even the pain has purpose. Don't let fear erase it. You kept saying it's nothing. But divine things always start small. The sleepless nights were more than overthinking. It was a whisper, check again. What you called normal, God called warning. You thought it was heartbreak, but it was a hollowing from the inside. This message comes because you still have time. Don't confuse strength with survival. One heals, the other hides. You abandoned your body while trying to save your soul. The emergency wasn't the moment, it was the delay. You can't keep apologizing for needing help. Not now. Pain doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're still here. They'll call it a close call. Heaven calls it another chance. You didn't imagine it. You ignored it. Even now, you're more healed than you believe. This moment will either awaken you or erase you. There's something sacred about breaking early. It saves the soul later. Stop Googling. Start listening. This warning is not wrapped in fear, but in mercy. You weren't cursed. You were crowded by grief. The light hurts now, but it'll save you soon. Your survival instinct is not the same as your healing path. What you're scared to know has already started shifting you. God is not exposing you to shame you, but to rescue you. You can cry now. Your tears won't delay the miracle. Not every storm comes to destroy. This one came to deliver clarity. They'll be shocked. You won't, because you always felt it coming. There's a hospital room your name almost touched. Heaven turned it away for now. You are not weak. You are waking. Every skipped meal, every shallow breath, it was your body begging for presence. You stayed for everyone, but now you must stay for yourself. This illness may be divine interruption, not divine punishment. You need to hear this before the next symptom shows. You held the pain too long. Now it's holding you. That call you're avoiding holds more than diagnosis. It holds direction. You can't run anymore. The answer has your name on it. Sometimes healing starts with a terrifying truth. You are not dying. You are being delivered. The fear in your chest isn't random. It's a redirection. You didn't ruin anything. You just haven't rested. Your next breath deserves your full attention. Illness cannot take what's already surrendered to God. They said early detection. Heaven said early redemption. The doctor won't heal you. The truth will. You're not falling apart. You're being brought to light. Heaven knew your stubbornness, so it sent a stronger signal. This isn't the end, but it's the invitation to begin again. You're about to face what you've been avoiding, but you won't face it alone. Diagnosis isn't defeat, it's divine detail. The warning in your body is not betrayal. It's a trumpet. What feels like collapse is actually a confrontation with your calling. You can't pray the truth away, but you can walk through it with power. They said you were being dramatic. God said you were in danger. Your healing will not come from denial, but from decision. It's not too late, but it's almost too dark. Your body is the altar. Stop setting fire to it. Even the illness is scared of your awakening. The pain you hide will become the prophecy you live. This ache isn't here to destroy you. It's here to deliver you. The divine doesn't diagnose to condemn. It reveals to rescue. The scan will show something, but the Spirit saw it first. Your organs have held your secrets long enough. You were too strong for too long. Now you must surrender. The test results won't scare you. The silence did. What you feel isn't fake. It's foreshadowing. God is giving you a glimpse before it's too late. There's still breath in you. That means there's still purpose in you. You kept asking for peace. This is how it enters. The pain grew because your presence shrank. There's something sacred about facing yourself before they find it on paper. You don't need more courage. You need more truth. Don't wait for a hospital bed to start healing. The clock isn't your enemy, but it is speaking. The slow ache you've ignored is now shouting for your return. God is circling this part of your story. Pay attention. The pain doesn't need explanation. It needs response. This is not a threat. It's a warning full of mercy. What if your miracle is buried under the fear of knowing? Your new beginning might look like a diagnosis. The enemy wanted you quiet, but God is exposing the root. You don't need more time. You need a turning. Your body didn't betray you. It begged you. You ignored it. The pain didn't start in your bones. It started in your silence. You kept saying later, but the darkness didn't wait. There's something growing inside you that grieves your delay. God saw it forming before the scan did. You kept breaking and calling it stress. The ache you shrugged off was a divine announcement. It isn't punishment. It's prophecy manifesting in flesh. You laughed too loud to cover the coughing. This sickness carries your name, but not your identity. You kept dismissing it as nothing, but God was marking it as urgent. The ache didn't leave because you outprayed it. You were tired. Now your cells are too. Your breath shortens like a countdown. You think it's allergies. He is not sending pain. He is exposing truth. You were never fragile. You were just overdue for healing. Heaven wept for every appointment you canceled. That pain in your side, it's not just from sitting wrong. The diagnosis was written in spirit before it reached the blood. This storm isn't random. It's time to wake you. They'll say, we caught it early. You'll know God interrupted it. You thought you were managing. You were decaying. The test results are a message, not a sentence. This is not your ending. It's your invitation to surrender. You kept praying for rest. This is how it arrived. Even your healing will come wrapped in holy fear. There's a reason you feel something is wrong. Believe it. This illness is not your identity. It's your encounter. You wore strength like armor. Now it's cracking. The diagnosis only reveals what your soul screamed all year. They'll touch your body, but heaven is after your spirit. You delayed rest. Now your blood is tired. You ignored the whispers. Now your body is shouting. You called it burnout. Heaven called it breakdown. You think you're fine. The scans will disagree. This diagnosis is not betrayal. It's divine mercy. There is still time, but not as much as you think. Your flesh is trying to confess what your heart concealed. You didn't ruin your body. You forgot to love it. The weight on your chest isn't anxiety. It's warning. God isn't punishing you. He's redirecting you, urgently. Every uncried tear pulled into pain. Your body is calling you home before it collapses. You have treated your body like a battlefield. Now it's surrendering. You forgot your own name trying to save theirs. This diagnosis is sacred. It carries instruction, not despair. You kept choosing others. Now your blood is choosing itself. The fever isn't random. The night sweats weren't dreams. The news won't be gentle, but it'll be divine. If this touched your soul, don't scroll, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. God is exposing it not to shame you, but to save you. You lost your appetite long before your cells did. That persistent cough carries prophecy. Your body isn't attacking you. It's begging you. You were too tired to notice your own collapse. Something sacred is hidden in that swollen place. The healing won't begin with medicine. It starts with truth. This illness holds revelation. Receive it. You couldn't cry, but your body did. The lump you keep ignoring? It won't disappear with denial. Don't wait for the emergency. The emergency already started. You were dying in pieces. The diagnosis just caught up. It's not sudden. It's accumulated silence. There is no shame in your scans, only revelation. This isn't about death. It's about divine detour. You kept feeding everyone. Your soul starved. Your healing will require more honesty than bravery. The scan will confirm what your dreams hinted. What if the pain was a portal? The doctor's words may break you, but they won't end you. You stayed strong for too long. Now the body resists. Stop negotiating with symptoms. Listen to them. You kept showing up, but your cells stopped responding. Your faith will meet fire, but it will not burn. Every skipped appointment carved this crack deeper. The warning came in waves. You called it inconvenience. The pain in your chest is not from heartbreak alone. What feels like collapse is just clarity. This isn't sickness. It's sacred exposure. You've been living on half-light. Now God wants full surrender. Your rib cage has been hiding secrets. This isn't your fault, but it is your moment. You prayed for confirmation. Now it's arriving on paper. What if the diagnosis is your deliverance? You weren't careless. You were buried. This moment is drenched in mercy, not punishment. Don't fear the results. Fear silence. You can't numb the divine voice forever. There's holiness in the hallway between suspicion and certainty. You already knew. This is just God confirming. You called it discomfort, but it was divine discomfort. There's wisdom in your wound. Don't dismiss it. You must choose now, denial or deliverance. Even in this diagnosis, you are seen. Your surrender will do more than medicine ever could. Your body is exhausted from holding unspoken grief. You kept giving. Now your cells are bankrupt. The sacred is screaming through your spine. You never wanted to know, but now you must. God is speaking. Through the ache, through the scan, through this. You kept whispering, "I'm fine," but your cells were already grieving. The disease didn't come to kill. It came to call you. Even this diagnosis has been divinely delayed for your awakening. You stopped feeling it. That's when it grew stronger. The body never lies. You just stopped listening. You asked for a sign. The pain was the answer. You will not die here, but something inside must. You learned to fake health so well, even God waited. The result will break you open, and that's the miracle. Even in this shadow, you are wrapped in purpose. They'll call it critical. Heaven calls it timely. You've survived worse, but this time you must transform. The wound in your body is rooted in betrayal. You didn't choose this, but you must choose through it. Your spirit saw this before the symptoms showed. Don't resent your body. It's the only one still fighting for you. The diagnosis isn't the enemy. Denial is. You knew something was wrong. Now it's undeniable. You waited too long, but heaven still waited with you. There is still time, but there is no time to waste. The divine didn't send this, but it will use this. This isn't punishment. It's precision. The next appointment will change everything. You feel like you're falling apart, but God is reassembling you. Even your weakness is holy ground. The lump, the fatigue, the ache, it's not in your head. It's in your destiny. You asked for peace. First came pain. The mirror never told you the truth. Your blood will. You carried too many people and lost your pulse. Heaven isn't done, but this is your divine interruption. Your diagnosis will shake you, but it won't break you. God is not asking for strength. He's asking for surrender. Your silence was louder than the symptoms. This illness carries a sacred instruction only you can hear. There's still healing available, but only on the other side of honesty. You didn't ruin your body. You neglected your truth. The divine won't let you disappear quietly. This is not a curse. It's a consecration. You were the caretaker. Now heaven is assigning you care. This skin won't end you. It will expose you. You stopped resting. Now your body is resting for you. What they find might scare you, but what you become will save you. There's a deeper healing than what the doctors know.